That's it.
Hi guys, it's me,
I mean,
Harley Quinn.
All got backstock for us.
That's not good. How did that's...
Hey, you're allowed to pick now.
I guess, but that's not who should be in Gen Con. I'm scared now.
Especially with me as Harley Quinn. Anyway, Jason Hardy, Shadowrun.
Yay!
Not Dragonfire, that's later.
Well, but I like Dragonfire.
Or depending on whatever order I edit them in. Anyway, we're at Gen Con, if I didn't already say that. And I'm having too much fun. But it's day -1. It's really day 1 for these guys. Actually, it might be day 2.
Day 2.
You're not done.
No.
Anyway, we're going to talk about all things Shadowrun and then maybe some more Shadowrun.
That's what
Because there's...
That's what I talked about.
There's more than all things, because I don't see any anarchy on this table.
I'm wondering.
That's true. I don't have the new Anarchy book on the table because it's not quite done.
For those of you that have been asking about Prime Runner,
boom.
We're going to talk about this last.
Okay. So mean.
Well, I know there's a lot of people that want to talk about it, but I saw Kill Code.
Kill Code. Not available anywhere. Not online, not electronically,
Lisa,
not in stores.
put this in your backpack.
That one needs to be marked.
Just here, and not yet because we're not open. But we will be.
So what's in Kill Code?
Yeah,
Kill Code is the Advanced Matrix book.
Oh, I don't want this book. I haven't played with the Matrix enough.
Well, see, there's a great chapter at the beginning that is the Matrix 101. Walks you through all the elements of the Matrix, puts a lot of little things into sidebars to make it easy to discover, so it helps you use the Matrix. So that part is actually not advanced, but then you get to the advanced thing. So our qualities for Deckers, there was, we had talked a while ago about a Technomancer ebook, and for various reasons, one of my favorite illustrations, Raven Memora did that picture of Puck, and I love it.
That's a good picture.
I love that one. So we talked about a Technomancer ebook for different reasons it didn't come out, but all the material from it and more is in this book. So Technomancers get plenty of cool options in here.
So tell me about the cover.
One of the great things about the Matrix and doing illustrations is you can play with reality and you can combine things in a way that reality wouldn't. So you can make like big, fearsomely armored, weird things that don't make a lot of physical sense, but they might be built that way on the Matrix to be intimidating. And then you can have people shooting guns, you can have people firing arrows at them, you can have people casting spells even though they aren't mages, because that's what their online code tells them to do. So visually the Matrix can be a wide array of
So kind of like a dream world.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and that's what we like to do with the illustrations in the Matrix, is really push it. And
he looks very kind of Wolverine Paladin-esque.
yeah. And
Maybe I would dare I say even Dragonborn. But
So-
that's just the fire from the weapon.
So it's a big old suit of armor coming to get her, and she'll take care of it.
With nice blades, but very shiny armor.
Yeah. Because you don't have to clean anything on the Matrix, you just write code that says it always looks clean.
So what was your favorite part of Kill Code? I was going to say Street Lethal, but that's the one that's down here.
There was some stuff we put into Dark Terrors about the Null Sect, kind of a creepy, weird online cult, and it was very mysterious in Dark Terrors. Kill Code, we get to explore it a little more and take it in some different directions, and so I like that, delving into mysteries, and so looking into some of the mysteries of the Null Sect is a lot of fun in there.
Okay. So what do you think players are looking forward to the most?
Well, I know people had talked about the Technomancer book a while, and Data Trails did not have as many options for Technomancers as some people wanted, so I think Technomancers will be very happy with this book, because they'll get a lot of cool stuff to do. And then there's plenty of stuff for Deckers as well. There's a lot of cool cyber deck options, and so I think the different ways of getting the cyber deck and some trade-offs that you can make to get the cyber deck you want. If you're willing to give up a little, there's some good choices, and I like player choice.
Now, we talked about Street Lethal a little bit at Origins,
We
right?
did. It's still not in stores yet because it had to get on the boat and then travel to the warehouse and then go from the warehouse to stores, but it is in that warehouse to stores kind of area, so it will be in stores soon, but not yet. So
And it's here.
Still an exclusive here. It is also now online, so you can get the PDF of this.
And I don't remember everything we talked about this, but from what I do remember, it's basically to beef up your damage dealer.
Yeah, advanced combat options, so some of it is weapons and some of it is tactics. There was the PyTac system that we talked about in previous books, and there's additional options for it here.
Oh yeah, we did talk about this now. I really remember that picture.
That's Echo, you know,
Yeah,
we love Echo.
Echo. Guy coming out of the sewer looking, or maybe not sewer, looking at two chicks riding over him with a bike. Yep.
And there's some cool experimental and future weapons there, stuff that isn't for sale and probably should not be made reliable in your game because it could be dangerous, but can throw in some weird effects like the anti-gravity grenade, which is funky.
Anti-gravity would be a lot of fun.
I know what it looks like.
I could see that being fun.
Yeah, and it's an element of complete chaos, which I don't mind.
Now,
Bum bum.
Prime Runner. So how is this different from Crossfire, the main game?
The main thing we wanted to do with this is take some of the lessons we learned from releasing Dragonfire and apply them to Crossfire. Some of them were ways to lessen the difficulty curve a little bit. Not a lot, because we still like the difficulty, but it eases you in a little better than Crossfire did in its first edition. Also, the way we made character screens in Dragonfire turned out to be great, because you have these stand-up screens that track damage, so everyone around the table can easily see what character you're playing, how damaged they are, and all that. And so we brought that over. So there's some rule changes, there's a couple of additional missions, and the new character screens in Prime Runner Edition.
And is everything from Crossfire playable with Prime Runner?
Yes. Yeah, once you got the rule adaptations there, you'll be able to make your changes. And I don't have it here to show, but we should have it during Gen Con, is the Prime Runner Refit Kit. So if you already have Crossfire and you want all the changes, you can just get the Refit Kit to upgrade your Crossfire to Prime Runner Edition without having to buy a full new game.
That's excellent. Well, I see some of the changes. I don't know if you guys can see this, but if you look at the back of the box, you can see some of the cool changes. It looks cleaner.
Right.
Definitely looks cleaner.
Yeah, the character cards in general are easier to use and read and communicate to the rest of the table.
So this is primarily then for newer players into the Crossfire?
Right, well, Crossfire's been out of print for a
true.
while, so we needed to get it back into print, so we want people who haven't been able to play. So yeah, if you've never played Crossfire and don't have it, by all means jump in with this. If you have Crossfire and want the adaptations, get the Refit Kit.
The Refit Kit. How much is the Refit Kit? Roughly?
I think it's about 20.
Okay, that's good. So at Origins, we mentioned possibly some stuff for Anarchy. What's
Yes.
going on with Anarchy?
Anarchy, we have a book called Chicago Chaos, and so I've been doing a lot of editing on it. The first chapters will be sent to layout right after I get home from Gen Con. So it's a book that takes all the plot lines of the Chicago missions from like season 5 through season 8 or 9, and we put them all into Anarchy format. So you get a whole bunch of contract briefs, some new characters, some new shadow amps, a detailed section about Chicago so people know where they're playing, and then you're off and running. And you get a whole bunch more Anarchy toys to play with.
Sweet.
So that will be out looking at end of the year.
And hey, why not? Let's talk about your recent Kickstarters. That was Sprawl. No,
Sprawl Ops.
Ops. Yes.
Yes.
Gangers was something totally different.
That is a different game that we hope to have coming out someday.
Yes. I understand there's some funky stuff being in the works.
Miniatures are funky stuff. Miniatures are just...
Well, miniatures. I mean, we're kind of off track, but
yes, we are.
When I interviewed Randall about Sprawl Gangers, he wanted to do things that made it feel like a mystical, magical, Big Trouble in Little China kind of feel, but with on a miniatures game. So you got your martial arts doing their crazy gun abilities and stuff, you know, where they can like run on walls and stuff like that. You know, crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And that is super hard to do when most of the time you play on a flat table.
Changes in elevation are one of the fun.
Yeah, and that's like he wants you to be able to jump out a window. If you want to be able to jump out a window, there's problems with that.
It's a challenge, and I mean, rules-wise, we can work with that challenge. Miniatures-wise, that's where things get tricky. And so we haven't given up. And the fact that Sprawl Ops did as well as it did in the Kickstarter means that our board game line can take the next steps forward, and every step the game line takes forward brings us closer to Sprawl gamers.
Now, is there a preview copy of Sprawl Ops here today?
I don't have it at the booth right now. The designer, we'll have in our special glass case over there. We'll have it all set out so you can look at the components and all.
Sweet. And I mean, it's fun. So when are Kickstarter backers going to be able to get it, roughly? I mean, I know it's flexible.
I don't know the exact timeline. I know it will be going to print really soon, like within a few weeks. And so then once the printers turn it over to us, then
sometime spring maybe, if you're lucky.
We'll hope for the printers to make it quick, but I don't know the timeline, so I don't want to comment on something that's
I don't remember what it said. I looked at it, and I don't remember. I actually think it was fall of 2019, but I don't know. I don't know. Don't quote me. If you do quote me, you're on your own. I plead the fifth. What else?
So the next book coming out actually before Chicago Chaos is Better Than Bad. I think I mentioned that to you at Origins.
Think so?
The hooding book for Shadowrunners with a Cause and Heart of Gold.
Oh yeah, we did talk about this.
Yeah, so that one has been sent to press. And we're using the domestic press on that, so the turnaround will be pretty quick.
Oh, so probably by Christmas.
Oh, easily by Christmas. Yeah. So probably in the fall some point.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that'll be fun. And then we have a book called No Future that I'm really looking forward to. The culture book. I wanted to put as much punk into cyberpunk as I could. So we're going to talk about punk music, do-it-yourself, pirate trio broadcasters and radio broadcasters, pirate media, that sort of thing will fill the book. And I can give you an exclusive.
I'm game on exclusives.
I don't think I've mentioned this in public before, ever, but I got it approved as an idea.
It's an approved idea?
Yeah, well, I submitted the outline to my boss, and the boss has said, go for it. So I can at least say it's something we're working on and should come out. It's a book called The Neo-Anarchist Encyclopedia.
Oh my gosh. I can only imagine what you're going to put in there.
It will have about 350 entries on various people, places, and things of the Sixth World. So it will be one of the best reference tools we've ever put out. So all the Big Ten corporations, of course, will be there. Lots of famous people. Nadia Daviar will have an entry. Ryan Mercury will have an entry. Great Dragons will have an entry. We'll have an entry on lesser dragons, just so you know who they are and what kind of things they like. The major nations will have brief write-ups, but it has the neo-anarchist title in it because we want to do it with that man on the street punk attitude toward everything. So it should be a fun, engaging read that every time you pick it up, you're like, yeah, I gotta read it just for fun. And then it teaches you more about the Sixth World. Yeah,
and I mean, well, that kind of flavor is awesome as a storyteller /GM/DM, whatever you want to call us. Flavor like that is always helpful.
And that's what we thought would be useful and a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think the writers are going to be very excited to
are there going to be
whack at it.
Are there going to be like NPC cards in there? And
probably not too much on NPCs, just because we want to keep the information as open to any Shadowrun player, whether you're playing the RPG, whether you're playing Anarchy, whether you're playing Crossfire, whether you're playing the computer games. However you're coming to Shadowrun, this should be a useful reference to teach you more about the world and to give you ideas about what you're facing and what you're encountering and what you might do next. So it won't have a ton of mechanics because it'll be open to whatever version of Shadowrun you're playing.
Okay, cool. I think that pretty much covers it, or am I wrong?
That is everything I can talk about now, because everything else is up in the air and I haven't gotten official green lights on.
What can't you talk about?
I can't say because I can't talk about it.
I tried, guys.
That was a good effort.
I should have like slipped it under the table. But anyway, I don't want them thinking that. Nothing like that. Although I am Harley Quinn.
Never know what kind of tricks you got going on.
Where's my hammer?
Did I mention that the Prime Runner edition includes the Harley Quinn character?
No,
card?
you didn't. She's not pictured on the back.
Well, in Shadowrun, Harley Quinn's a he.
That's
But
true.
no, he's not pictured. We have it. You can take a look at the case. We actually put it out as an April Fool's joke a couple years ago.
Oh, I remember that.
It's completely unplayable. It's ridiculous. It's full of every ridiculous game-breaking joke I could think to slap on it. And now it's in the game, and I'm just delighted because I love it when my stupid jokes make it into games.
It does bring a certain feeling when things you do get published.
Well, it's always nice to have things published, but when the stupid things I do get published and become official parts of games, then I'm really excited.
All right. Well, I think then we say thank you very
My
much.
pleasure.
I hope they thank you, and I hope they thank me because they watch them. So anyway, bye guys. Hey, comment. Let me know what you guys want to know so that when I see Jason at Origins next year, I can ask him. Or
For me.
just email him. Later, guys. Hi, guys. Meet the Nibbles, who's gonna go down. She just decided not to go down my back, so we'll do this for her so she's comfy. Thanks for watching my video, and I appreciate it. Please hit the like button and share it if you know somebody who might be interested. And of course, there's always Twitter and the Facebook thingy, and soon I have a newsletter coming. That'll be down there or in a link below, and my kitty cat loves that idea. So anyway, there was one more thing. Oh yeah, subscribe. Be a part of my community, our community. Let's make it grow together. See you guys at a con somewhere, or a local store, or if I'm driving through the country, maybe a game club. I don't know. You're not going to go knock down my camera. Bye, guys.